Jim Short.
And you're
I'm a comedian. Sometimes. That's a hard question for me to answer because I'm from many places. Australia, moved to Texas, and now I live in San Francisco. But when I'm away, when people ask me where I'm from, I just say I'm not from here. I was really interested in being funny, and stand-up just sort of came along at a time when I was trying to do other group activities and sketches and things like that. And I think my total lack of being able to depend on other people and schedules drove me into getting up on stage and humiliating myself on my own. And it's a great thing because when you get up and you do it once, you figure out, well, I can keep doing that. But I started in Dallas at a open mic at a Holiday Inn lounge. If there's ever anywhere you're going to start where it's going to be the worst ever, it's a Holiday Inn lounge by the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. And that's a great place to go and decide whether or not you can, because if you can do it okay there the first time, you can probably manage it after that. My earliest sort of inspirations were British comics, the Monty Python crew and Peter Sellers and then Benny Hill. As a kid growing up, that's what I would watch. And when I came over here and I started to get into people like Woody Allen, and Woody Allen was a stand-up, and then he went into writing and directing and making his own films and sort of really took charge of that. And then when the Letterman show came on, when I was in high school, they showcased all these great comics that weren't anywhere else, like Bill Hicks and Bob Goldthwait and Dennis Miller and people like that, Jake Johansson, Paula Poundstone, and I looked at that and I thought, that's a pretty cool thing to do, to get up there and talk, smartly about subjects. So I think that always stuck in my mind. I like music-wise, I love Bob Dylan, who is once again somebody that is not in the mainstream, that people sort of he's become sort of a parody character. But if you really look at his work, it's full of humor and full of all kinds of emotions. But he's not slick, he's not polished, and that's what our society wants today, is some slick, polished product. And he never was and never will be, and that appeals to me. I love the Clash, I love the Sex Pistols, I love the Beatles, the Who, Billy Bragg, English, Irish folk singery type of guy. Yeah, well, that's the thing of it, and that's what we're all striving to do, is to you can have a whole room full of people and you can get everybody to pretty much laugh, or a lot of people to laugh, but some people are really going to take it home and really, and that's who you're going for. Ultimately you want to get as many people laughing as you can, but when you really, that's what I try to do when I get up there, is just make that connection with that. Sometimes it's 5, 10, people in a crowd who really respond to what you do, and they, they'll come back and see it. Because some crowds will come out and go, "Oh, that was funny," but it doesn't become anything. But that's exactly it. You find your audience, and hopefully, you're all on that sort of same thought pattern, the same wavelength. And it's hard when you're not got the resources of television and that sort of stuff behind you, because it's hard for people to even know who you are. That's why for us, who are out there just traveling, people sort of stumble across you by accident. I'll get a lot of emails from somebody like, "I'd never heard of you before, but I saw you and I really like your stuff and wanted to, see you again," or something like that. So it's important to get that audience, but I think it's also important to some degree to be able to get as many of the others as possible, but on your own terms. It's not you got to sell out, but you still have to try and get as much out there. But it's more fulfilling if you know that there's a certain select core group of people that really respond to what you're doing, and they really sort of they're really into. It's almost like you're saying what they want to hear. That's what the things that they'd like to hear said. They agree with me.